What up, guys? Kamazaku here today with special guest
Michael Young.
And we are fresh, and I mean fresh out of seeing Avengers ENDGAME, which is basically Infinity War Part 2. We got 9 o'clock tickets. Some people, first off, it was niggas out there that really was spoiling the movie for a lot of people. I mean, you guys read the comments and you guys knew what the ending was. But, you know, for the people who are like solely like MCU fans, so you guys had to see those spoilers, you know, sucks for y'all. That's fucked up because niggas really out here on some nut ass shit. And y'all got neck beards.
Yeah, they're on some nut ass shit.
They weird as shit for that. So, first thing first, I will not put spoilers free or spoilers in this review because if you haven't seen the movie, why the fuck are you looking for video reviews of it? I don't get niggas. Y'all niggas is weird. Just go watch the movie. Don't. I mean,
a lot of people do like to.
But then they bitch when they get spoilers. You type in ENDGAME right now, niggas already got the whole shit up. I've been avoiding Facebook and YouTube and all that shit. Yeah. Niggas go on YouTube. Let me type in ENDGAME and hopefully I don't get any spoilers. What the fuck wrong with niggas? Alright, so the movie starts off, and this is actually different. Because normally we go to movies, I see like AMC, it tells you when the movie is about to start. No, they just show some trailers, then they just jump right in it, like into the movie. For the first time ever in MCU, we got a pre-credit scene opposed to a post-credit scene. So the pre-credit was, Hawkeye teaching his daughter, how to do the bow and arrow, and then all them motherfuckers disappear, and then it's the intro to the movie. And shit, what was the intro again? Oh yeah, Iron Man is in space and all this extra shit. But
he's in space with Gamora's sister. I forget her name, the robot chick with the freaking bald head.
Nebula.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in space with her. Basically, actually, it's literally like the exact scene that we got in the trailer. Besides the whole little thing with the little. You guys ever played the game when you were a kid? When you doing the flick and the football thing, go inside the goal. I don't know. Maybe just. I thought that was shit only like hood niggas knew. Like I think that shit was solely in the hood. But I guess I don't know, suburban kids like maybe I don't know what's he a suburban kid? Robert Downey.
Ronald McDonald.
Robert Downey.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I knew that he got arrested a lot.
Oh yeah,
he like changed his life around and shit. But
yeah, you probably seen some shit.
I mean, that's a game that's played throughout the world. I mean, throughout America. I don't think that's just like because I knew about it before I was here in Philly.
Yeah, this nigga was suburban as fuck. He a real hood nigga like me that do dangerous shit, bro. You gonna knock this off, bro, with the basketball.
But yeah, the movie was really good.
This is the clumsiest nigga I know, so we gonna throw this shit
away. This nigga's clumsy too. They always try to say I'm the clumsiest.
Yeah, the clumsiest.
Anyway, back to the movie.
So, Tony leaves of what's supposed to be like his last message to any remainer on Earth, or specifically his wife. She's his wife now. Yeah. Specifically his wife, saying, his final goodbyes. They're going out of oxygen. And boom! We have this bland ass Captain Marvel come in, doesn't really say any words, sends them to Earth. This bitch, first off, listen, fuck Brie Larson. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Brie Larson.
She's a really good actor.
She's a really good actor. She could be a really good actor, but she's a really bad Captain Marvel. She had maybe about 12 lines through this entire fucking movie. A bland ass character, just like a straight faced bum that anybody could have played the shit again. Now, I knew she had like her debut movie and shit like that, and that was ass. I fell asleep. You fell asleep.
I didn't.
You didn't fall asleep?
No.
So I didn't see you with your eyes closed when we went to the movie.
I didn't fall asleep, bro. I remember the movie, like, seeing
I fell asleep 4 times. So, she brings him back to Earth and shit. And then she just kind of disappears after that. I don't know. Guess he didn't Nick Fury a favor, but how the fuck did she know Iron Man was all the way over there? They didn't really, explain that. Like, he was this nigga was damn near in the vacuum. He was just in the middle of nowhere. I understand she's in space and shit, but, very conveniently, hey, I found Iron Man. And I know he's from Earth, so I'm gonna send him to Earth. So that's what she does. First off, what's the shorty name? Fucking Black Widow, man. She was just all over the place in the movie. Not as a bad thing, but emotionally, you can tell that she was just just distraught. All the shit that she done seen. And to be honest, I think we was gonna see like a scene with her like going crazy or some shit like that. But she was just more so broken. She didn't really know what to do. She's trying to kind of step up and be the leader, or at least be somewhere in the headquarters of the Earth, and everybody else kind of reporting to her in the beginning of the movie. She eating peanut butter sandwiches. This bitch she done been through it, and very good job for Scarlett Johansson, my wife. She won't be participating in any more Marvel movies because, spoiler alert, she's dead now. So
I mean, that's kind of weird though, because I swore I seen, because if you guys don't know, I'm an actor as well as a musician, but I've seen a casting for a Black Widow movie. It probably could have been some type of shit someone put on, the internet for some dumb shit, but maybe it's like casting. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna put things in the air. That
it could be like some kind of like, not a prequel type thing, but it was a 5-year gap, so it could be something in between that, because they were still kind of like stopping certain shit. Like, do they still like being like the Avengers, but not how they used to be, like fighting aliens and shit. They were still stopping smart crimes on the planet Earth. So it could be something major with some Alibaba ass nigga, and she stuck in and whoops his ass, and that could be like a movie. Because Marvel, they're known to drop movies. To say they dropped a movie 2019, they dropped a movie 2020 that took place kind of before 2019, in that movie in which genre just took place. Because this one here, it starts off in like present time, but then it takes a 5-year time jump. So yeah, so after they bring Iron Man to Earth, first off, I love the fact that they did keep it consistent in the beginning between Tony and Steve Rogers, because he was not fucking with him. Because mind you, this is really not like too far from Civil War. I think this right here is like a 2-year gap, because he's been out in space for like 11 days or some shit like that. After Thanos snapped his fingers.
Yeah. No, so 11 days.
Yeah, I think, was it 11 days?
I don't know. I thought it was months.
No, they wasn't out there for months.
Oh.
So, he's still keeping the same energy, but Captain America, he's like, nah, bro, fuck you. We not friends. Just some change shit. I was out there fighting this nigga 1-on-1. Where were you? You said, that we lose together. I was out there by myself. And I like movies and even like shows and animes like that, to where they tie shit from the past and they bring it on to the future. So, I like when stories tie up like that, because a lot of movies, DC, don't do that shit. Even though I love DC, but it's like, I don't know. Marvel's been whooping these niggas' asses for like the longest in the movies. So they're not fucking with each other anymore. And fucking Tony sends himself into cardiac arrest when he decides to take his Tesseract, energy adapter off. And it's not like this hole anymore. It used to be a hole. You guys can watch the Iron Man movie. Well, if he takes that off, it's just a hole where you had to dig in it and slime and shit, and you had to connect something. But now it's just skin, so I'm not sure that's artificial skin or it finally grew back, but that like that. It looked like he took it off like it was a magnet or something. So that was new to me. I don't know, but it could be the nanotech that he's using. So
who the fuck knows?
We have that. And oh man, they get Thanos' location through Nebula, and I'm like, no way, this not about to be.
Yeah,
that
I low key thought that they were gonna get their ass whooped again, until like you see him walking up the stairs and like half of his body's fucked up, and you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like they're gonna kill him. Basically.
Yeah, and I didn't see that shit coming, because I'm like, yo, Sam's about to be waiting there, like, what's up? I'm thinking he about to beat the shit out these niggas again. Then they go like, all right, let's take a 5-year break, because we leaking. And then they go back and train harder and beat them, some kind of like some anime type shit,
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. Thanos really was sitting there eating.
Like Thanos, then we will come back to defeat you.
Like, first off, they found this location really fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like, that was like first 30 minutes of the movie, they was fighting the dude. So they find this location.
Captain Marvel she was straight like.
Yeah, she was with the shit.
She was with the shits, yo. She was like, I'm gonna go by myself, and they're like, no, this is a team effort. She's like, man, fuck this team.
Yeah,
right, yo.
Fuck Captain Marvel. Nah, man.
No, Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel is a great character. I feel like it's gonna be a thing where like. It was.
She has.
You remember the first Captain America movie? Like, I personally do not like that movie at all. I feel like that was such a redundant way of like displaying Captain America as an entry into the Marvel universe. A lot of people don't agree with me, but I think there's a lot of people that do as well. I think it's a 50-50 thing. But then when I think Winter Soldier came out, Captain America was like, oh, like that shit was.
He was more aggressive.
He was more. Like, that movie was more, it was just better.
It was more action, but the Winter Soldier wasn't really meant to be like that. It was meant to be like an origin story. Like, even Iron Man 1, it didn't really have that much action in it. He spent most
No,
of the movie
but Captain
trying to
Marvel is
escape.
supposed to be an origin story too about Captain Marvel. So
And
it's
it
like
sucked.
the first Captain America movie is supposed to be origin story
It
about
was.
Captain America. I think the next Captain Marvel movie is
That
going
was
to be
supposed to be. It
way
was.
better. I think it's gonna be like how Captain America was. It's gonna progress, and then that's when people are gonna be like, "Oh, Captain Marvel's the shit."
The problem isn't with the script though. This is different. The problem is with the actor.
No, I think she's a great pick, bro.
She said like 12 lines in the whole movie, bro.
It's not her fault, bro. It's the freaking writers. They didn't give her much content.
I mean,
They
they
didn't give her
do.
much.
Did you
dialogue.
know? No. Because like majority of Endgame, it was what do you call it when it's like kind of like freestyle?
Improv?
Yeah.
So that's the editors and the writers. They cut it. They cut shit out. They don't.
So they cut
just-
out all the time she was talking.
I mean, maybe we don't know the script. We didn't get the early script, so we don't know.
This is what I think. I just think her in real life, Brie Larson really has no real personality. So therefore,
But it's not about her having a personality because she's playing the character. She's not playing
but
herself.
Captain Marvel has personality, and she still doesn't. I don't know. I just feel like she just bland. She didn't give me anything to really be excited for. Not in her movie, and not in this one.
I mean,
She just kind of showed
I
up.
still give Captain
I'm
Marvel
Captain
a chance.
Marvel. I got titties. That's
I
it.
still give Captain Marvel a chance.
No, that shit was ass. So basically, Thanos eating what looked like some. You ever been to like an apple orchard, like in October, and they got like the different shaped pumpkins and shit like that inside?
Yeah, it's like something with spikes. It looked like a cactus
like
or some
these
shit.
like squashes. I'm like, putting some salt and water. This nigga was chilling. I'm like, yo, this nigga is so carefree.
Yeah.
He didn't have no army, no guard, because he didn't know them niggas was gonna show up. They showed up, beat the shit out of him, and Thor cut his head off. But it didn't change anything, because first off, this nigga said he eradicated the Infinity Stones. Now, here's the thing. One, I didn't know that they could be eradicated, so that kind of was like, okay, whatever. Two, even if they were eradicated, they would at least have to like, transcend to them, like the powers we use together, destroy them all. But it was specifically stated in both the MCU and in the comics, so you guys read it, that the Infinity Stones do not work against each other power-wise, so it will be impossible for them to destroy each other. It just have no effect. So the fact that Thanos say, oh, he just destroyed the Infinity Stones or they destroyed themselves is inaccurate. So that is, applied, inconsistency. I didn't like that because it didn't make any sense and it's not true. So, I guess they needed something. They needed a reason to go back. So I guess that was the reason. So they kill Thanos, kill his ass. They go back to headquarters. Like, well, what did we do? And at this point, a rat, hits a button by mistake, conveniently inside this little van, and phew, comes Scott out of the
Scott Lang
out of the
it's like
quantum realm.
Quantum realm. It's like when he got so small or some shit.
Yeah, Ant-Man movies are great. If you guys don't watch them, they give him a chance because might give a fuck about him. I understand, but I bought every Marvel movie and I watched everything in time I ordered. The Ant-Man is the dopest movie.
No,
I said dopest because he a real nigga. That nigga started off in jail.
when you say dopest,
I say it was the best movie. So when they're the best movie, the best one is the one I'm in.
But anyway,
When I played T'Challa in Black Panther.
so Ant-Man comes along and then he is like super confused because he doesn't know what's going on. When he went into the quantum realm, I forget, that's Ant-Man and Wasp, right? Because I didn't watch that movie.
Well, technically, he went in the quantum realm in 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah, but permanently. Yeah, he went in
Like
Ant-Man
the
and
2
Wasp.
is when he attempted to purposely go to the quantum realm. 1, he went in there by mistake.
Yeah, and his girlfriend left him in there to dry.
No, it says that when he was in there, saying did this. You know what I mean? And what was 5 hours in the quantum realm to him was 5 fucking years in the real world. I didn't even know that. I'm like, holy shit. So time works differently there. And he meets his daughter.
Yeah, he starts looking around and he's like, there's like these sort of memorial statues of like people's names that disappeared and died, and he's like looking for his like daughter's name because he's like hoping that she didn't die and stuff. And
she didn't show up on there.
He goes to like the old house that she used to live in, and he finds her. She's still alive and she's older, and he goes to the headquarters of the Avengers and stuff like that, and he meets Captain America and Black Widow.
Yeah. So it was a good thing. First, if his daughter died, I'm like, God damn, like they drawing now. They going through a little too far.
I mean, they killed Thanos. Fucking killed what's his name? Arrow. I'm not Arrow. I mean, he's Ronin. Yo, for those that are MCU fans, like for those that are like real comic book fans, I'm so hyped that they had Hawkeye playing Ronin, because Ronin is one of the most underrated MCU characters. There's so many MCU characters that played him, like Blade and some other shit. I think they even did like this tease thing with Deadpool. I could be wrong on that, but when I seen him in the Ronin costume, dog, I was cheesing inside, bro. I'm like,
I'll shoot the
that
shit
shit is
out of
crazy.
You bitch to me. So yeah, Scott Lang is he's trying to persuade Captain America and Black Widow due to the fact that I was in the quantum realm for 5 hours and it was 5 years, and this time I think we kind of like tweak it a little bit and kind of learn how time travel works. I'm like, yo, this is Back to the Future. And then they actually made a joke reference to that shit, which is hilarious. Because I'm like, no freaking way these dudes are about to time travel. I know it's like, I know in the Marvel Universe, in the comics, it's niggas that can really do that. People, they can restart universes without the Infinity Stones. But I didn't think, like watching like Iron Man 1, you know, going back to when we were younger when that shit first came out, you didn't think that they would go that deep into like the Marvel like universe to really start using these like extraordinary feats. But they actually did. And it was kind of like overwhelming for me because Infinity Wars, you know, Thanos doing this shit and all that. But it's like, yo, these dudes legit, like
That
from Iron Man, like from creating tools and shit to time travel. It's like, and
that shocks you?
What?
That shocks you?
What shocks me?
That they travel time.
No, I didn't say that it shocked me.
I mean, but for me, what you're saying, it seems. I mean,
I said I didn't expect them to go that far into it. Like watching Iron Man 1, and like when we were young, you didn't think that they would go that deep into like the Marvel universe. Like, because time traveling, that's like the bottom of the heat compared to what Galactics and all the motherfucking gods can really do. But it's like they went this far in the future. By the time be like 25 to hitting the 30, are they really going to go that deep to where all of those ultra, demi-gods and like real actual gods, like the deities, are really introduced into the movies and it have it all be the same universe? But since they're introducing time travel, okay, they went this far, so they might go that far. So it does give me hope because I do want to see all this extra extraordinariness. So that's cool. So now, yeah, they come up with the theory. They go to Tony Stark's house. Tony has a daughter, which is good. Mind you, a lot of people, the casual fans, don't. Tony, like the MCU fans, Tony really wanted children probably around the time he started having them crazy ass visions when he had like PTSD. When he just really wanted to settle down with this girl, but she didn't really want kids. I was really thinking she wasn't going to give him any. So the fact that he has a daughter here, post time skip, does bring me joy because it's like she gave him what he wanted. He did everything that he could, and even though he lost, he still kind of won in a way. Yeah, I lost this, I lost half the universe. I got her daughter though. That was a bad comparison.
Yeah,
voicing it like that, but it's like you guys know what I mean. So,
but yeah, you're skipping something. I think you kind of brushed over it, but yeah. So when Ant-Man gets to the Avengers, whatever arena, whatever you call it, the headquarters. Him and Captain America and Black Widow, they sort of organize a plan on how to travel back into time, and the only way that they feel as though they can execute it is through Tony Stark, Iron Man. So they go to visit him, and that's when they find his daughter, and they try to convince him into doing it. But like he said, he has a daughter now, he has a family, he's good. Even though he lost half of the universe in that battle with Thanos, he feels content that, he has what he's always wanted. But at the same time, there's another side of him that's conflicted on, just not being able to save everyone. So, he's stubborn when they first approach him.
And the crazy thing is, if you guys really pay attention to MCU, especially the Iron Man, his wife used to be that way, and Tony was the other way. Like, no, I gotta save these people, gotta save the world. But now in ENDGAME, she's the one convincing him, hey, you gotta do this.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, character development. And I love to look for character development, whether I'm watching my movies, TV shows. So that was a huge jump. So I definitely did appreciate that scene. That's my add note. That's an extra note. So Tony blows them niggas off. Not pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
That was so gay.
basically Tony tells them no, get out of here, and they do, but he at least he offers them to stay for dinner. So that means somewhere in that time skip, Tony's no longer mad at Captain America. So it's like, okay, cool. At least they're not holding grudges against each other. At least they're cordial. I'm not saying they're best friends again. They have to be butt buddies like it was in Avengers 1, but Tony's not fuck you, cardiac arrest. You know what I mean? So that's cool. So they leave, and I think after that we get like a scene where Tony. He's actually, even though he blows him off, he's actually in his basement really trying to see will this actually work. And, his little computer.
Yeah, he's like doing the whatever, like he's just testing theories, and then it fucking works.
Yeah, so he's like, holy shit. And then his daughter's repeating him. I knew they was going to have that. That was a little funny scene. Yeah. It's so like refreshing to see Tony start with a child. I'm I'm so happy about that.
And then she has like his sarcasm. It's just funny as hell. And then that's when he goes and tells his wife that he figured it out, and she starts to convince him like, hey, you should do it. And then, because it's his wife, he listens to her, and then in the next scene, he pulls up to the fucking Avengers, the headquarters, and he meets Steve at the basically.
Nah, you brushing up with something there, bro. My nigga Hulk got a shirt on.
Oh, true.
My nigga Hulk wearing shirts, nigga looking like me and shit. You feel me? Yo, this nigga had the Banana Republic cardigan on.
Nigga, fuck Bobby Lashley.
The H&M, that was sure you had on. It was weird seeing it. Because it's like I was seeing so many theories on it. I'm like, no, they're not going to introduce this Hulk. I didn't think they was going to introduce this Hulk into this Marvel universe, but no, they actually did. Freaking Bruce really found a medium, and I don't know if it's just me, but did the Hulk seem smaller in this movie?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's not just me. The Hulk seemed like way smaller.
I don't know if it's is that in the comics. Like, this Hulk knows how to control himself in the comics. Like,
yeah, he has the glasses on and everything. Yeah,
it reminded me of Beast from X-Men.
Yeah, but only difference is like when the Hulk and the Bruce finally have an inner conscious. It's not both of them working together. They kind of create a new personality in the comics. But this one here is just those two and they're cordial. So it's just Bruce and with Hulk's body, but. I'm willing to go for that than rather a new personality because it's like, who the fuck is this nigga? Yeah. So I'm happy that they went with that. My man wearing long sleeve shirts, regular jeans. He got the Big Show jeans on, but he's definitely smaller. That's one of my gripes. I didn't like that.
Yeah, Captain America, Black Widow, and Ant-Man went to go to the Hulk because Iron Man blew them off. So before I got to the scene that was the next scene.
And Bruce is a genius as well.
Yeah,
he's a much respected scientist in like the Avengers. So it's like him. Then it's was Stark, Bruce, and I guess
Ant-Man.
Yeah, him. But he's not as smart as those two.
But he's still smart as shit.
Yeah, he's smart. I'm knocking the fuck out.
But anyway, yeah. So the next scene, Iron Man pulls up. He says like, yeah, like I got this theory. Like it'll work. Whatever the case may be.
Gives Caps his shield back.
And they go in there, and then they start to do the test, and it works. And I think they tested it with Hawkeye. That was the first test, and he went back in time to like the moment, or maybe not the moment, but he went back in time to where his daughter and his family still.
See them, they snapped them back because it was like a test run. Yeah. So basically now that they had two test runs, fucking Ant-Man ruined the first one by accident. Yeah. And the second one was Ronan. So that's the second one, and it's confirmed. Okay, we can do this. So they have the machine already set up. First off, the design of the machine, dope as hell, and the design of the suits, dope as hell. But before we get to that, we get to a scene. It was funny, but at the end of the day, I didn't like it. Maybe it is in the comics, feetful in the comics, but I don't read Thor comics that much. I read one, it was boring, and I just stuck to the MCU with Thor. But I love his movie. So Thor is fat as shit.
Throughout the whole movie.
I thought we would, reach a point to where he said, I'm gonna do some push-ups, for like a week.
This nigga's a god.
So
he's a god. He took told me he could go back to his regular form, dog. I thought he could just like do some shit where electricity hit him and all the fat is like burned off.
Yeah,
and like
literally.
But the nigga stayed fat throughout the whole.
But what they do, like they do got like a little section on Earth called New Asgard, so that's cool. He got the little red bone bitch. You know what I mean? Obviously he not hitting it, so I'm not. That means he just spent 5 years eating and getting no pussy.
He wasn't even dating it, bro.
It don't matter. If I'm Thor and I'm the god of thunder, you gonna take this lightning. You feel me?
I'm not condoning this message.
Yes, he is.
I'm not.
We're menaced.
Not me.
We're menaced.
But yeah, so they Hulk and the raccoon nigga.
Yo.
He's hilarious. Bradley Cooper plays his voice.
Oh, the raccoon nigga?
Rocket. Bradley Cooper plays his voice, and that shit is amazing to me because he talks completely different. But that's the point of voice acting anyway. But yeah, so Rocket and Hulk go to recruit Thor so that they can build the whole team again and go back in time and get the Infinity Stones and shit. And Thor is drinking. He's basically like a drunk in the new Asgard place. And I said Asgard, but the new Asgard place. And yeah, he's like a drunk. His body's fucked up.
Yeah, his ass is on his stomach now.
He looks like a white version of J. Cole, but if J. Cole was like
that nigga look like Hagrid
from fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but it was a comical scene. But you know, I thought that it wouldn't be that like that throughout the whole movie.
The only part that fucked me up is when he said no to going. And like he's like, oh, there be beard on the plane.
Yeah, I feel like
and he's like,
they kind of convinced them.
Which one?
Like kind of early. They convinced him a little too quick, but I think it's a deeper message than that. Thor really has a fucking problem. Not even no joke. He really has a problem. And I think the Avengers should have did a better job with helping him with in this movie. Even though he's demigod, so he can't really die.
What the fuck would they do? Make an AA group or some shit? What they call it?
Anything. It's like kind of like they were the Avengers in the movie, but they still was like on their own shit at the same time. Okay, it's time to get together. Let's go ahead and do this meeting and let's talk this. That we all parting ways. It's like they parted ways so many goddamn times in this movie. So anyway, the time machine is perfected. They know what to do. They set out in groups. There's a time where the Time Stone, the Tesseract, and the Mind Stone was all in New York. Mind Stone, when Loki had his scepter. I believe the Tesseract is the Space Stone. Hopefully, it's Tesseract. The Space Stone was also on Earth. That's been on Earth the longest though. And then the Mind Stone, which was in the guidance of the Guardian, whatever the fuck their name is. I
thought the Time Stone.
I meant the Time Stone. I didn't mean
Time Stone was with the girl that's
Mind Stone is the
Doctor Strange. I forget the lady's name, but the bald lady.
I think they called it the Protector or something like that.
No, the ancient one
ancient one. She bald as shit. So at that time, those three were right there in New York. Okay, easy one. I didn't see Tony Stark being the only one to fuck that up. I thought at least maybe Bruce would mess that up, because sending Bruce to get the freaking Mind Stone, but then he lets it, because got the freaking ancient one. She knows the future because she draws the energy from dark magic, so she knows more. And this is 5 years prior to her giving the Time Stone to Doctor Strange, but she already knows she's gonna do it. I didn't even know that because they didn't really clarify that in Doctor Strange. So that means she already knew that he was the Guardian. And then she didn't beat the Hulk's ass, but she was like just playing with him, like, here, take your soul out your body, still trying to convince her. And then once he tells her that Bruce gave the Time Stone, I called him Bruce. Dr. Stephen Strange gave
the Time Stone to
Thanos.
Because there's only one way that they're gonna win out of like 50 million.
No, I think it was 16 point something billion.
Whatever. It was a lot.
Different possibilities. A million is one of them. And they won in one. So, once he lets her know that, she already knows that Doctor Strange is, like, he's the one to carry on the Time Stone. Once she finds out that he willingly gave it to Thanos, she gave it to the Hulk because she said he wouldn't have done that without reason. Yeah. So this is the only way that, everybody survives, or I guess the most utmost harmony can be displayed, because it's never going to be 100% peaceful. That's just how life works. So she decides to give it to the Hulk. One thing I did like is that the Hulk was able to hold the Infinity Stone. A lot of you guys don't know. You have to be an extraordinary figure to be able to hold an Infinity Stone. If not, you'll die immediately. Only reason why Quill didn't die immediately because he was half celestial, but since he was half human, he was still kind of getting fucked up, and he didn't die instantly. Had he held it for a long time, eventually probably would have passed away. But the Hulk just able to hold it.
This nigga's like half planet or some shit.
Yeah, for the Hulk to be able to just hold it, shows that Hulk is really about his business. He can actually hold an Infinity Stone. Great feat. That's why you always see Tony Stark before he even touches one, he has his the Iron Man shit or the nanotech, something to hold it with. He can never really hold it with his hands. And when it's the Tesseract, whether it's in the past, they always got it inside this weird little box because nobody can actually touch it. And also in Captain America, the first one when Red Skull, Hydra, when he touches it, he gets flown off to what's the damn planet's name?
I don't know.
It'll come to me right after I cut off the camera. I already know it will. So, Falk Hold Infinity Stone, that was a really cool moment. Underrated moment for me. Mind Stone. Who got the Mind Stone?
I have no clue. Again.
No, Captain America got the Mind Stone.
Yeah, because it was all three. It was 3 stones that were in New York.
Yeah, Captain America got the Mind Stone.
Mind Stone and
the Space Stone, which is the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So the Mind Stone, Captain America, he gets that by beating his own ass, which is a joke, whatever. So he kicks his own ass. And he gets that. Tony Stark is the only nigga to fuck up on his mission.
He didn't. I mean, the Hulk started acting like a bitch.
The old Hulk. Well, yeah, I guess it was his fault.
Yeah, the Hulk.
But Tony used to do no spears. No spears. He knocks the shit out of Tony, and Tony just falls to the ground, and the Tesseract falls with him, and then Loki picks it up. And then, if you guys don't know, Loki is getting his own spin-off show. You didn't know? Yeah, he's getting his own spin-off show, like the actual actor as Loki. They already confirmed this. So I'm guessing that is why they let him get away with that.
I'm confused though because he died.
Well,
in Infinity War, but I mean,
he's alive now.
In the movie,
back in time.
In the movie, he
set that up perfectly.
He took the Tesseract and he just disappeared. So that could be a thing where he's still alive because of that. And then after that, he doesn't appear in the movie ever again.
Yeah.
So it's
so he's going out to a spin-off TV show. I will be watching it. I watched the first season. The first season was good. Then I watched the rest. The first season trash. I'm gonna bother.
Yo, that actor's gonna be typecasted like a bitch. I don't think he's ever gonna be in anything else after that because it's just people gonna see him as Loki. All my actors, you understand this?
I mean, only several actors can get away with that. One, Hugh Jackman. He's Wolverine. He can still step out. And
you need to watch The Greatest Showman if you have, or whatever. But that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Anyway, back to the movie.
Yeah, so Tony fucks up, and then now, first off, Scott Lang is livid. I'll be mad as shit. Cause I gave y'all a perfect plan, gave us these perfect ass suits. We literally had one job to do something because we knew exactly where they were gonna be, and you still screw it up. I expect fucking Quill to fuck up something that simple, do the Infinity Wars fuck up. But seeing Tony Stark screw the what the Caucasians say, screw the pooch. Screw the pooch like that.
I never heard that phrase.
Wow, they say it a lot.
I never heard that. I never heard
they say it a lot.
That day in my life.
So to see him fuck up, I was like, yo, he was sitting right next to me in the theater. As soon as Loki picked up the Tesseract and disappeared, I was mad as shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? Is stupid. So Tony does know that the Tesseract is in 1970. But he's he's kind of guessing because his father had it, but he knew when his father had it, so it was like, well, if we go here, then technically it'll be here. Because even Captain America knew, oh yeah, it was in this place. So they go back in 1970. Captain America sees this little lady. He doesn't trip. Thank you. We need more people like you that don't want to fuck up the missions because it's a pussy. Quill. Fucking retarded. That shit still pisses me off. We got Tony talking to his father. I thought he was gonna tell his father who he was, but I'm like, nah. I don't think he's that stupid. Like Tony wouldn't just fuck something up like that. But it's nice. I did like to see Tony talk to his father, because I feel like that's the only real time he really interacted with him, because Tony growing up before his father died, his dad was always like business, and Tony didn't really have a good or bad relationship with his dad. But this conversation he had with him now, his dad kind of tells him how he feels about his son, so Tony knows how much his dad actually cared about him. He finally gets to really know how much his dad really loved him. But business is business.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's how, and that's like a slice of life, because the real world works that way. Like even with my father, I wasn't close to my father at all as a kid, and I lived with him. But I'm pretty sure he cared for me. So that's like sort of relatable. So I did like that scene a lot, and I'm happy that Tony got to talk with his father. So how you feel?
Man, fuck Bobby Lashley. That's how I feel about that.
So
no, but yeah, so they basically get the stone that they needed. Or was it a stone, or it was like some red shit?
You talking about the ether?
Yeah, it was like something red, and
we're talking about Thor and Rocket.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, they got whatever they needed out of there.
That's
and another thing, when they were back in time, they actually saw, what's his name, the guy that created the Ant-Man suit. I don't know what his name is. The original Ant-Man. Yeah.
He's an Ant-Man.
I don't know.
Stephen Penn, I think that's his name.
Yeah, so they see him, whatever the case may be, so they go back to, saying where they, what did they do next? I forget, bro. This is how they played that out, those scenes out, which is good because it builds suspense like a motherfucker and also frustration. So they showed some of New York to where the Space Stone, Time Stone, and Mind Stone was at, Asgard to where the Reality Stone was at, that weird planet Krill was on to where the Power Stone was at, and we all know where the last one is. But they didn't have, hey, we got this one, show the next scene, we got this one, show the next scene. They showed piece by piece by piece. First of them, the first ones they showed would be New York and Asgard. And once this one, New York hit a crisis to where, oh shit, Tony fucked up, they switch it to Asgard. And then when they fuck up, they switch it again. And these fucking scenes, I need to Asgard.
Yeah, build suspense like a mother. That was just perfectly placed in there, because I was so frustrated and so into the movie. I'm like, yo, I hope they don't screw this up.
Yeah.
So,
especially in Asgard.
Yeah, because the way Fat Thor was acting, I'm like, bro,
yeah, he runs into his mom.
Fuck this up. Don't try to save her life. This is not Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Let her die. He's trying to tell her future. That I just feel like, because watching Marvel, MCU. From 2008 all the way up into Ragnarok, Thor was just easily the strongest one. He always took charge. And in this movie, he was so damn dependent, and he had to be carried through most of it. And that was something I just wasn't used to seeing, so I didn't like it.
Especially with his appearance, man. I really didn't like that, honestly.
Yeah, he didn't even try.
I get it was like a joke when you first seen him. But I feel like, okay, the joke's carrying on too long. It's like one of those things. I'm like, okay, then go back to your normal.
Maybe this is in the comics. As I say, I don't watch.
I've never seen this in the comics, and I've read a lot of Marvel comics back in my day.
So it's like we say that like we old or something. We young niggas.
Yeah, but I was a crazy Marvel fan and DC fan. But yeah, so they Rocket gets the stone.
Shit.
What was the stone that was in Asgard?
It was Reality Stone, the ether, which is more kind of like a liquid sludge than a fucking stone. And here's the thing, I thought that was like kind of a mistake when they first introduced it, because we all know it's a goddamn solid stone. Then they went back to liquid, then they went back to solid. Well, fucking decide which one it is. Why is it the only solid stone when they want it to be?
Yeah.
It didn't make any fucking sense to me. And I'm like, and I thought that was a mistake they made when they first introduced this shit in Thor, the Dark World. But no, they went right back to it. Okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure it is a sludge in the comic. I just never seen this shit as a sludgy liquid form. But why does it go solid when somebody wants to touch it? I don't know. So it's Rocket, like first off, shout out to Rocket, and very underrated. This character in general. This nigga written got the job done with the quickness. Yeah. He's like he's a thief. That's what he does. He did his job, got it done the first time. no disputes, no conflicts, no fuck ups like the New York situation and Vermeer. I think that was where the space stone is at, not the space stone, the soul stone is at. And when they went up there, mind you,
they didn't really fuck up with the soul stone though.
But I mean, they started fighting and everything like that. It's like it was no conflict with Rocket. He went there, knew the job, got it done, dipped.
That's just his character. He's like,
that nigga.
He's just like a straightforward like.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure this shit's still rolling because I'm gonna be salty as shit. Yo, but we's never recording. I'm fucking with you. Got
I'm about to say.
Got it.
I'm getting tired.
See, so. Oh, fucking. And here's what's sad. It wasn't that sad to me, but I didn't want it to happen. I thought it was gonna be the opposite. So we have Hawkeye and Black Widow. They get to the Vermeer, and Red Skull's letting them know, their future and like their moms and dad. I think he just knows. I think when you're in that atmosphere, you just become all knowing. Like, okay, whatever, hide your ass, nigga. Like they really trying to make niggas cheer for Red Skull. Fuck that nigga. You fucking racist ass nigga. So, he's telling them niggas, hey, listen, y'all want this, you must lose for what you love. And I'm like, alright, they're gonna find a loophole in it or something like that. That would be the only time where I'd be like, okay, y'all can find y'all little loophole to where none of y'all die, and that'll be cool. I wouldn't even say anything. Or I think they was gonna jump Hydra, beat the shit out of him. Throw him down there. Sight nigga, it's soul for soul. I don't got.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen too. But
bro, that wasn't. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, they kind of went back and forth, like
saying it has to be. And I thought for sure it was gonna be Ronin because that's his way of repenting for his sins of him just killing a bunch of people. Yeah. He wants to go out that way, etc., etc. Know that he wouldn't be able to come back because Snap only can reverse what it has done, and if it didn't do that, so it wouldn't reverse it. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go and if she's gonna take care of his family, turn them all into assassins and shit like that.
Yeah.
No. Black Widow freaking dies.
Yeah, she legit dies. Like it's over. Like her character is no longer
my wife.
like a thing.
They killed my wife.
That was actually. It didn't hit me like at the moment. I was just like, because I thought it was.
I was upset, but I wasn't like. I was just like, damn, that's it.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm like.
So after that. Oh god! And we got this, the worst one. No, Quill was trying to. First off, Quill got knocked the fuck out easy. When they were trying to collect the Power Stone, that's when War Machine,
Nebula, and War Machine
went out there.
They go to get the Power
Stone. First off, Nebula sacrificed a hand to kind of get the Power Stone, gives it to Don Q, and at this time, we have, Thanos from 9 years earlier talking to Gamora and that Nebula. In that time, I didn't know her goddamn brainwaves was linked like that.
Yeah.
Technology, dude. Yeah, like, dude, that's some serious shit because he accidentally started leaking information. Thanos got interested, and then the scribble-looking nigga said, no, there's another one here, and then once they said that, I'm like, it's about to get real.
Yeah,
and
they searched through all her memories. Like they put her in this room.
It so fast.
They looked at all her memories from when she was like fighting side by side to him to the point where you know what I'm saying, she goes on the other side and like wants to stop.
They linked the two beings and was able to read Nebula's memory all the way from where the fuck she was at.
Yeah. So then they go and they locate it.
Yeah. So a War Machine and Nebula, they're trying to go back to present time, and there's a blockage because Nebula just fucks up. But War Machine, he has the Power Stone, he's able to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. If she dies in this time, I don't care. I don't have any feelings towards Nebula. I don't care about her.
She got the real Nebula, because when they get there and
none of them are fake.
None of them are fake, but like the old Nebula trades places with the new one.
Yeah.
And she goes
and I'm so confused about that. And I was confused about that fight scene and also confused about that Captain America versus Captain America fight scene. Because I'm like, you telling me in 9 years you ain't learn no new moves? Why is the old you beating the shit out of the new you? Where's their character development in that? You know, combat wise, like the fact that Steve Rogers was literally losing to his old self pissed me off. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You don't learn that one new move that you ain't know back then.
Niggas rusty.
Same with Nebula. I'm like, yo, you guys fucking suck sometimes. And it's not like that it was a close match. They was getting their ass whooped. Freaking the Captain America scream, oh, Bucky, hey, let me go. Boom. He got off. Nebula's got her ass whooped. She got dick. And she is a fucking war machine herself. She fights all kinds of people from different planets. You think that she gained enough battle experience over the 9-year time skip that this would be an easy match for her. You know all your moves back then. This should be an easy W. Easy.
But it needed to happen. It needed to happen.
Yeah, I know. And then when the old Nebula takes the, her little piece, I'm like, ah, shit, she's about to be a draw box because she don't know that Thanos don't give a fuck about her. I like that Gamora coat on, and she said fuck Thanos early.
Yeah.
Because none of them like fucking Thanos. Thanos abused Nebula. So it's like, how the fuck you hold more loyalty to, bitch? I don't know. So the fact that she did that, I'm like, oh fuck, this is about to be a problem. So they go on.
I'm doing that shit. It's just annoying.
So they go in the present time. They had the Infinity Gauntlet that Iron Man makes, and they put the Infinity Stones in it. I'm like, yo, this is really it. Okay, cool. Hulk says it has to be him. I don't know why.
Because of the gamma rays. Because his body could take like the...
Clearly not.
But he stayed alive throughout it. And you know who died from doing that. So...
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So he snaps his finger. And...
So that snap was sexy as shit.
Yeah.
That shit was just like... Oh, fuck. Like you get it. Like you a fucking bitch. You get crazy nut off. And you just like, oh, shit. Damn. So he just snapped that shit. And then, he restores the universe and shit like that. The Hulk really saved the universe.
Well, no, he didn't.
I mean, everybody did.
I mean, yeah, he
brought everybody back.
He brought everybody back, but then...
And then that's when Ronan get caught from his wife. He called like, baby.
Yeah.
Fucking love.
But Ant-Man goes to the window and...
Oh, as soon as he go there, first off, Thanos... Even though it's fuck Thanos, but that nigga really don't play. That's what I do like about him, because he's not one of those villains like, no, that's no, he was one of those villains that was just waiting, like, I'm gonna wait till my moment. But when he finally wanted to strike, he strikes.
Yeah.
He does not fucking play around.
He strikes hard.
Like this Thanos here, like just 9 years ago, this what he should have done. I mean, if he did, then it would be no more movies. But, so he does that. Because fucking Nebula uses the machine because she uses
the machine that they used. So the old Nebula, because she replaced. Yeah, she
has all her memories, so she knows how everything works. So that's how she's able to work the machine.
Yeah, so
she's seen it in action.
Basically, Thanos planned for her to go with War Machine and send him to the present time that they needed to be at to resurrect everyone, and she did that, and she like literally got like the whole shit where all the fucking soldiers were in, and yeah, so it goes back to the part where Ant-Man is at the window and shit.
And like I like to hit on something like on a pretense. I did like the fact that Thanos, like the old Thanos, did see his new version. When he's all fucked up and everything, because he got to see his dream fulfilled. He said it's not a dream, this is destiny. I told y'all this was gonna happen. So it was like it kind of builds him up. So now he know that, because before you trying to get it, you sure, but now he knows. Okay, this is destiny. All I gotta do is go there and fuck them niggas up. And one thing I love when he does go to Earth, once he gets there, he said, I thought y'all niggas would be grateful that I left half, and this would be like salvation, this would be a new revolution. And then he comes to realization saying, no, fuck that shit. Because he believed that damn near his whole life. So he said, no, I can't do that because I thought this way, and it's still going to be people who remember the past and they can adapt to change, and they're going to tell other people, and then we're in the situation we're in now, to where motherfuckers started time traveling just to be like, no, we want what we had before. So Thanos comes up with a new realization. You guys are ungrateful, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to destroy the entire universe and build this shit from anew. Therefore, it's nobody to remember the past. And that is some ruthless shit. Because back then in Infinity War, I guess you could call it salvation on his, part, because that's what he witnessed. That's all he knew, because that's what happened in his homeland at Titan. So it's like, okay, in his mind, he's right. But this Thanos that we got in Endgame, he like, you know what? Fuck being right. I'm gonna burn this shit down, and I'm gonna enjoy doing it. So this Thanos is a lot more evil than the one that we got in Infinity War, because he realized that his, quote unquote, dream or realization was a fluke. It was a flawed, and niggas like the Avengers was gonna do shit to him anyways. So much to go time travel just to make sure this nigga shit won't come true. So he said, you know what? I gotta kill all y'all. Fuck all that. Me sitting on the porch, being happy at the end of the movie. Forget it all, living happy. No. All of you guys, I'm gonna kill everybody. And I'm gonna enjoy doing it. So this Thanos, because people saying this is Infinity War Part 2, this is a whole different Thanos. I mean, even though it's the same one, but this is the Thanos realizing that the half thing isn't working. This Thanos is a lot more ruthless and a lot more dangerous, and he is not merciful at all. At least he was half merciful, literally. But this time he says, no, everybody, all y'all gotta go. So this Thanos is the real deal. I want to get the, through them niggas' heads, because, you got the people online saying this movie was bad. I read some of that shit. I'm like, y'all niggas is tripping. This Thanos is the real fucking, this is what Thanos really supposed to be like.
So the shit blows up, he basically blows up the whole Avengers headquarters, and fucking Thor, Captain America, Iron Man go out and meet this nigga.
First off, they get separated again. Pisses me off. So I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna beat these niggas' asses one by one. So you got Rocket. First off, Rocket really been an MVP. Like, he really been doing his fucking thing. He fucked up when who helps him out? Oh, Hawkeye helps him out. Hawkeye not useless at all in this movie, which I do like, and I like that in the beginning he acknowledges the fact that he's not like superhuman like everybody else and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But it's like he really been more useful than Thor this whole movie.
Yeah,
and he got a lot of airtime.
He did.
So I appreciated that. Thor took a backseat, but maybe that was needed to get other characters in it. And I believe, and
apparently Thor is going to be... No, I don't want to skip that.
I was about to go there, and I say, you know what, I'll come to that later. So, you got Ant-Man and Hawkeye, trying to rescue everybody. Hawkeye is keeping, the Infinity Guard. It's like they playing football. He keeping Infinity Guard like this, like, oh shit! Dodging Thanos' niggas and shit. He's like, oh, toss it to Rocket. Rocket tosses it to back. And they kind of like really playing catch with this shit for like maybe an hour straight.
And while this is happening, Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man throwing down with Thanos. Yo, the thing about Thanos is this nigga has no powers, bro.
Yeah, this is
just superhuman strength. This super strength.
Not superhuman. He's just a tight. He's just
strong.
No, actually, no.
The Hulk is just strong, but somehow
his dad is a god, though.
Who? Thanos? But at the same time, he still has no fucking like power other than his strength.
Yeah, he has like this little sword thing, but it's like he's just strong as shit. He has no,
and he's still fucking these niggas up, bro.
Yeah.
And Thor is a god. He's a full-blooded god.
But he's a demigod.
His mom is not human.
Yeah, but that doesn't make her a god. His dad's a god. His dad's like Odin's a god, but his mom's.
But anyway, he's still a god, and he's like. They're holding their own in a way.
I feel like if Thor was in shape, that fight would have been over a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because Thor would just, one, when he had the, what's this shit called again? His fucking axe. Got the fuck shit was called. But he was giving Thanos to work in Infinity War. But since he's fat, he had, first off, I didn't like.
While they went back in time and went back
Thor took his hammer back.
He took his old hammer back. So he had both hammer and the axe hammer, and he was fighting with both of them. Yeah. But then the greatest shit happens, dog.
Yeah, because while freaking Thor is getting pinned down, and mind you, this you probably noticed it too. When Thor is getting pinned down by his own axe and Thanos is pushing it into him,
I thought he was gonna die.
No. It's the reverse. Infinity War, it was legit opposite to where Thor was pushing the shit into Thanos' chest. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that was cool. I like how they placed that there. And when Thor did this, I'm like, all right, he's going to get the hammer. But no, Captain America got that shit. And if you guys have ever watched Avengers, I believe it was Age of Ultron, Captain America slightly moves the hammer.
Yeah.
And when he did that, you see Thor's face like, yo, what the fuck? Because it really means like the hammer goes to somebody who was worthy. So I'm guessing Captain America wasn't fully worthy, or he just wasn't strong enough at the time. If he's stronger now, it just leads to more confusion about the fuck Captain America was beating his ass.
Yeah.
So it was like whatever. I didn't think too much into it. I didn't get super in depth into that. So we have that. He gets the hammer. Once he gets that shit, the whole fucking movie, we was in goes wild. I was like, oh
this
shit!
Nigga literally becomes a god.
And then he started flipping. He hit that. He knocked it.
He becomes the god of another god of thunder. Like
then he fucking hits him with the first off. He using that shit better than Thor. He did some motherfucking zoom, some Kung Lao type shit.
Yeah.
That he was beating his ass, and of course Thanos is Thanos, so eventually he gains leverage and beats
he gains leverage.
Shit out. When I tell you he beats the shit out of Captain America.
Unnecessary.
That he dead ass. I'm not even joking.
All this dirt was on his face and shit.
And Iron Man, he fucked up. Thor fucked up. But they still trying.
That was really on the edge. That was like a moment where I was on it.
And to where they're really low, to where they're like, damn. We really losing like this. You hear where it's Captain America to your left. He turns to his left. Space portal, and all the Avengers who got erased, along with they niggas, come back. The whole fucking Wakanda came. Asgard didn't come, but the bitch, the shorty from Asgard was a bunch of.
It was Asgardians too. It was her and a bunch of Asgardians. I don't think people noticed that, but
no, Thor killed them all.
Thor killed all the Asgardians?
No, not Thor. I mean, Thanos killed them all.
Oh
yeah, there ain't no more Asgardians. That shit over with.
Must have been seeing shit.
It just must have been other people from space and shit. Probably came to help. The Asgardians was dead.
And Spider-Man came back.
And then that whole freaking theater went wild again with that.
Wait, was I calling freaking Hawkeye? Sam is Hawkeye, I think. No, he's Falcon. Never mind. See, I don't
care about Falcon.
I actually like Falcon as a character.
His real name is Clarence. And Clarence is the home of both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. So I just can't respect somebody like that. So, yeah, but I really don't really care about Falcon that much though. Yeah. I respect him as a character, but I never was super duper invested in it. So everybody comes back. And they are beating the living shit out of Thanos' army.
Yeah, that was a great moment. I remember everyone in
the when I seen that, I thought they was all about to just jump Thanos. I'm like, yo, this is about to be some crazy shit.
There's like a whole army behind Thanos ready to...
Because I forgot all about his dumb-ass army. As soon as I seen them niggas, I'm like, yo, these niggas really... They about to just jump him. That SpongeBob meme where, SpongeBob, he had like... Flash said he's gonna kick his butt, and then he's yelling, he says he's gonna kick my butt. Then everybody look at the old man, and the old man by himself, and everybody gathering around him. That's what I thought about that. I'm like, oh shit, Thanos about to get his ass whooped. But no, it's those guys versus the army, and the Avengers assemble line. Brilliant. I knew he was gonna say that shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was so super excited about it. They beat the living house army. Thanos gets mad, and
they're still passing around the Infinity Gauntlet. It's like
they're playing football with that shit this whole time. So Thanos gets mad and throws a shower of bullets down to where time people do that to protect at least the heroes, because Thanos eliminates his own men with the fucking missiles. Dumbass. That was stupid. That was the only leverage he had.
Because someone had him on the ropes. I forget who it was.
I think all of them just whooping his ass.
Nah, somebody specifically had him like. It was Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel came too, and she was beating
she took out the whole ship by herself. Yeah. And shout out to Ant-Man for taking out the other big ship by himself, just by enlarging himself. So I appreciate that. Scott Lang did his thing. You feel me? So Captain Marvel was beating the shit out of Thanos. He headbutted her, ain't do shit to her, and at this point Thanos, he got, I believe, the gauntlet 3 times, and I'm like, yo, don't let this nigga get it. He got the gauntlet on the first time. About to snap, grab his hand. I'm like, yo, it's like so many close damn calls.
Yeah, and they had this moment where I think we skipped it, where like all the women in Marvel like came and like he doesn't like the part, I don't think, but I love it.
No, here, listen. The part is cool.
They had all the
but that shit wasn't genuine. Damn well Brie Larson said, let's do this. And they got all the women.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she did it. You don't know who did it.
Brie Larson. You know she did that shit.
Nah, it could have been
the
the
face of
writers.
Marvel. When and it was a small request. She wanted that shit. She was happy. Man, it wasn't bad, but it's like don't force it. You feel me? Don't force it.
Yeah, I thought that shit was cool as fuck.
And I feel like Quill ain't really did shit when he came back to fight. Quill ain't do shit. Fuck Quill. I did like the scene between Quill and Gamora, and he trying to give her the shit like fuck off me, nigga, because she ain't really meet this nigga yet. So she talks to Nebula saying this is the dude. She said it's either him or Trick.
Yeah.
So that was a nice comedic relief for the very serious environment that we were dealing with. So Thanos eventually gains some leverage on Captain Marvel. He adapts fast as hell.
Yeah.
Like he'll get his ass whooped, but then he's like, okay, this is how you fight. Let's do it. Because we first see this when he's fighting the Hulk. In Infinity War in the beginning, the Hulk's hitting Thanos, get a couple hits off, then Thanos quickly adapts. Starts using martial arts and beats the shit out of the Hulk. Beats the hell out of him. And then that scared the shit out of him. The Hulk didn't even turn into Hulk the whole movie. After that. Yeah. So, yeah, so we find ourselves in the battlefield. Brie Larson's not, doing that much of a good job anymore. And Doctor Strange is doing a great job. And we do get a scene, prior to all this, freaking, what's his name? Tony say, is this the one chance that we win? And Doctor Strange said, if I tell you, then it won't happen anymore. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I get it. And then it gets to the point to where Captain America's on the ropes. He's too beat up. He's been fighting too long. Same with Thor. Captain Marvel, Thor just adapted to it, as he usually does. And Iron Man was kind of like beat up the worst because he's the most human out of everybody there. And at the end of the day, he can't take what everybody else can take. But, he's still trying. And he glances at Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange, who's doing the time thing, he looks at,
Iron Man?
Yeah, because at this point, I believe Thanos really...
Yeah,
he has the gauntlet on. And Doctor Strange does this, symbolizing this is our one chance to win. And,
Iron Man.
He knows what he has to do. And before they started fighting, Iron Man gets pre-installed a little gauntlet built into his nanotechnology, just in case. I think that was last resort.
Yeah, it's like a trump card.
Because he left that taping saying, just in case if all goes wrong, I'll go and I'll just grab it myself. Yeah. And we can't get the glove. Glove is just like safety net. If not, then we know what must be done. So Thanos gets the glove, because Tony Stark tries to get it from him, but Thanos has the glove on. He said, "You fell." When he snapped his fingers, I'm like, "No!" Then nothing happens. Then he looks at his wrist.
And all the stones are gone.
And then he looks at Tony. Tony has him. And then he says, "We win." No. He doesn't say that. He says, "I am Iron Man."
Yeah.
Snaps,
and then he kills all of
all of that shit.
Troops. He kills all of his men and all that.
Thanos sits down, realizes he lost, and he fades away. Tony, half of his side is done, and we get War Machine. I did like the scene between him and War Machine. War Machine started crying and shit like that. And Tony, he can't talk. Because it's like he's fried. Literally, he's fried right now. And when he's looking at him, he's just like, because he's dying. Yeah, he's like they're watching him die. And then we get a little reverse scene, kind of how we got with Thor and Thanos. But now it's Peter.
Thor and Thanos.
The whole X thing. We get a similar scene with Peter and Tony now, to where Infinity War. Tony didn't want, Peter to die, and now it's reverse. So it's like the reverse snap, legit reverse, just scenes in general. So I think they kind of like did that, symbolism. That was like really some really good symbolism. And Tony, Peter's crying, and Tony can't say anything to him because he can't talk because his throat was burned. Yeah, his windpipe, everything was just done. He was just sitting there dying. And I'm happy that his wife was the last person to get to see him before he took his final breath. She kissed him, she was crying and everything. Everybody was all upset. But they did know that, the world was saved. Then we go on to the next scene after, the dust clears. And that's Tony's funeral. That was sad, man. Tony dying, and mind you, in the comics, they're consistent to it. He did get the Infinity Stones, he did snap his fingers.
I thought that was Captain America.
Nah, they were the Iron Man did that.
In the comics?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll show you a picture after this is over. But it's like, yeah, he's gone. They're having his funeral, and paying their respects to Black Widow as well. But that was so sad to see his daughter there.
She was like,
she doesn't understand.
She was numb to it. She was just like,
yeah, she doesn't really understand. It's like, Jesus Christ, this just sucks. Because it's another thing with slice of life. Because a lot of things like people can relate to shit like that, and it's like Tony Stark. Like I really feel like Robert Downey Jr. died. But it's just like a character. But for characters to give you those kind of emotions, like that, they really did something right. They made you fall in love with his character. We got to see his imperfections. We got to see him grow as a man and into a father. And then just to die right after that, saving the world. But not the world, the universe. And he freed it from Thanos. Him and the Hulk gets credit for that. Because we've got 2 snaps in this movie.
Yeah.
By the same gauntlet, so that means that Tony built a gauntlet stronger than what the motherfuckers that built that shit for Thanos did. Because once they built that shit, that gauntlet was done.
Yeah.
So Tony, his expertise, dude he really knows what he's doing. He's really extraordinary. He's building shit better than certain kind of creatures in different realms and universes. He's able to do it and create something that can survive 2 snaps. Because originally they were going to snap twice with the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Tony made 2 gauntlets in a matter of how many days? Because he didn't make it right after Infinity War. He made it after that time jump.
Yeah.
Took him a couple of days to make that. 2 gauntlets. One within himself and a whole full one. So Tony, definitely smart, man. He will be missed in the MCU universe. Thank you, Robert Downey Jr. You did an amazing job as Iron Man. I believe nobody could have done a better job than you, or even close in comparison. Major retirement. I'm not sure he's going to retire from acting. He's probably going to jump into other things here.
But dude made hella bank playing Iron Man, dude.
Yeah, I know. But we are going to miss you. Thank you for all the years you contributed.
Bruh.
12 long years. Thank you so much.
I doubt you're going to see this.
Yeah, he probably won't see it. But it's like, damn, I was just I was sad. But, I'm a real nigga. You feel me? That my nigga with me. So I ain't going to cry and shit in no theater. I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah. But them little white little girls, them Caucasians was behind us.
People behind us crying, like...
That crazy. Shit was sad as fuck, man. I'm sitting there
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like crying a little bit.
Yeah, but you would cry. I'm going to let you forget that.
I don't care.
Because I'm a real-ass nigga. And when you in a real-ass nigga's presence, you got to hold them tears.
Okay, fucking DMX. The fuck? Yo, you making this shit awkward, bro. You running the fucking town and shit.
So, yeah, but definitely the saddest death in MCU history for me. That shit hit hard. I was upset. That shit brought me back to when Jiraiya died in Naruto. I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm mad as shit that he's dead. I know I'm going to go see this movie again in Dolby Cinema, which is way better quality. But man, this is a hurt piece, dude. Thank you so much, Robert. You did a great job. That's a living success story, dude. Like serious, you're a great role model for a lot of people, and we will remember you forever. Yeah. So Films is right when he said, "I hope they remember you." Yes, we will. We will always remember that man. That's Iron Man, the only Iron Man we're going to accept. We're going to be them 40-year-old old heads, bitter old heads when they reintroduce Iron Man with a new actor. But man, they the real Iron Man. We're going to look at DCD. Like, these are real, you're going to be drawing on our kids and shit when they reintroduce no.
Like, what the fuck is that? But, so then after that, they have to put the Infinity Stones back from where they came. And Captain America is the one to do that. So they put him back into the time suit. They put him back into the place where they, like the little equipment that they used. And
he goes to within time.
He's supposed to come back as the same person, but he goes back and stays. It's for like the rest of his life. And he comes back as an old man.
And the reason, what's crazy? I'm guessing he's still an old man because the serum still kind of extends his life a little bit because he was a grown ass man back in the 40s.
Yeah.
You feel me? That nigga should be done by now, but he's an old ass man here. He comes back as an old man, and I'm not upset about this because at the end of the day, he really wasn't supposed to be here. He got frozen in ice. He went back to really correct his time as well. While everybody's correcting, the time in the universe, he had to correct his. And No, he done that. I'm not sure if he had children or not. But if he did, I feel like what's his name?
You know what I was thinking?
The wing nigga. He's gonna train his kids.
Nah, I was thinking that you remember in Captain America, I think it was Civil War, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Where that girl that's like was his neighbor, and she ended up being an agent for Shield.
Yeah.
I was like thinking, what if they were trying to tie this into her being like his ancestor? But then I'll be like, isn't that ancest? Because I think he did kiss her in the movie, but they had like this little flirting thing going on. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's a thing, but I was just like,
you mean his descendant? You said ancestor.
I mean, yeah, descendant. My bad. It could have been his descendant because I knew that she was a descendant of the girl that he married.
I mean, he was tonguing down his daughter.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but we get no post credit. The last thing we see is Captain America dancing with his
wife.
And there's him correcting his time. He did everything. He saved the world multiple times. Helped save the universe multiple times, and he went back home.
And he went to live his life?
Because everybody, got to live their lives. And he never got that chance. He just woke up, hey, it's time to save the world. Literally.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that he gets to get his happy ending as well. He did what the universe needed him to do, and he went back home. So out of a rating, this is a 10 out of 10. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you just seen the movie? Listen, this is a 10 out of 10. Trust me, I'm the #1 movie critic. You guys know how.
Nah, yeah. Shout out to Chris Duggan.
That's some disrespectful shit. I'm not saying like I'm the #1 movie critic.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
I'm saying I critique a lot of shit.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga says to you.
You stupid. So yeah, so I don't like a lot of shit. So when I like something, I make it known. Hopefully, be easier watching it. Hopefully, be easier like watching this back. Come on, my nigga. The compressor might not get rid of that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, be easier watching the back. So I'm watching the movie twice. Movie's 3 hours long. They feel like 3 hours.
It did to me. It felt really long.
Yeah, they feel like 3 hours to me.
But I enjoyed the length.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Pause. But
yeah, that was pause.
So definitely my favorite Marvel movie. This is 1. 2, definitely Civil War. 3, Infinity War. 4, definitely Thor Ragnarok. 5, I'll probably decide later. I'm gonna make another video ranking all the Marvel movies. So I'm gonna watch them all over again. I already bought it. But, as far as me, this is definitely a must watch. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, watch Infinity War first and then watch ENDGAME. And you'll be able to appreciate it. You'll be able to appreciate that shit still for the casuals, for the diehard Marvel fans, for the comic fans, for the only MCU fans, MCU only fans. This movie definitely was it. Don't listen to the bitch ass critics online talking shit about it. Niggas literally just making up shit. This is upset. They saying this is the same movie. Nowhere near the same movie. This is a different Thanos. This is a Thanos that doesn't give a fuck, opposed to a Thanos showing you mercy. That is the difference. So let that be known.
Yeah.
And Mike, you get the privilege to close out the video. You got any last thoughts?
I don't really have a rating. I don't really like to give ratings for movies when I'm not really a critic. And if I enjoy something, I just enjoy it. It is what it is. And I really, really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed the journey. And yeah, like the movie was really good. It's probably like my top 2 favorite Marvel movies though. This and Winter Soldier. So yeah. Oh, and I have a YouTube page too. Michael Young VA.
Michael Young VA. Very simple to spell. Spell Michael
YouTube
Young.
/ Michael Young VA. So check me out.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta go to sleep. I got like 2 hours before I go to work. Kai Mazaku. And I'm out.
And fuck Bobby Lashley.